And guess how much the annual tuition is for Harvard University?
How much, dude?
Welcome to the closing table with the Money Guys, Sidney Young and Jared Parrish. This episode is being brought to you by Allura Financial, AlluraFinancial.com, your source for real estate investment funding. Now, presenting the Money Guys.
Keep your seats, you rioters. We saw you yesterday, especially you in the back row. My name is Sidney Young.
And Jared Parrish.
We are the Money Guys. We're closing the table with the Money Guys because we got your money.
Man, speaking of riots.
Wasn't that something?
Storming the Capitol.
Yeah, but no one stole anything.
Well, they were trying to. Well, what I think is funny, out of all the places that would have a lot of police presence, that'd be one of them.
You would think. They weren't prepared yesterday.
Personally, I mean, I'm not the big conspiracy theory guy, but something about this just didn't pass the sniff test. I mean, think about all the Capitol Police, how protected that place is.
Dude, that's another thing. They were throwing down. I'm talking, it was fist fighting. You see that?
Oh, I know. I'm telling
5-0 in the public.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. There was a lot of fuckery going on.
Man, I saw 5-0 take everything off to this north side. Come on.
Right? North side or south side.
It was quite a disturbing event that took place yesterday in the United States. We'll leave it at that.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about, matter of fact, you know what was not there yesterday?
What was not there yesterday?
A good education.
You're right.
You know why there was not a good education there yesterday?
Why was there not a good education there?
Because we have yet to talk about the purpose of that good education.
So let's go ahead and kick off.
Wasn't that a good setup?
I like that setup. But you know what that means.
What does that mean?
We're going to open up our segment for today. We're going to kick this one off quick, and not a whole lot of chit-chat like usual.
I know, we do a lot of chit-chat.
Yeah, we do.
We talk too much.
A lot of people like to hear us just
Do you
talk.
think we talk too much?
Nah.
Okay.
No, never.
Dude, I sell all day long. I mean, I'm on the phone. I love doing deals, man. I love doing deals. And I've done 3 deals today. It makes me feel good about me.
Mm-hmm. That's good, man. It's been rolling in. We've been busy as hell.
It's been very busy. Yeah. I can't speak. You know why? Yeah. Because we are educated.
We are. Which leads us to our segment for today. We're going to be talking about college. Is it worth it? Is it too expensive? And where do the damn scams lie?
You're going to make me cry because just a few months back, my baby walked across the stage. I got to see her wearing her cap and gown and their song playing. And I was screaming, no, go Sophia.
So what was funny is, I had a completely different idea for today's show.
Yeah, I know.
And
you're going to talk about dogs and cats and who picks fleas and things like that.
Dogs and cats sleeping together. What the hell is this world coming through? That's it. I'm out. No. But so I saw something last night while scrolling through YouTube videos and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they started talking about colleges and they started talking about the student loan debt and all those problems because we are the closing table with
the money guys.
So we had to make sure we talked about money, and this is some big money shit going on.
So we're talking about college degrees or money?
We're talking about the university and the money pit that it is.
Okay, and I'm with you on that because obviously the university, they may categorize themselves as a 501c. They are not a nonprofit.
Yeah, I think I will agree with you on that one.
But now I'm going to talk also about the quality of a degree, and here's why.
Yes, go finish your thought.
I'm older than you.
Yeah.
You sit there, young man. Back in my day, when you graduated high school, which I graduated in 1984, if you didn't go to college, you were going to be a loser the rest of your life.
Oh, I heard the same thing, too.
You will never succeed at anything if you don't get a college degree, young man.
Yep.
I went to college for a year and a half. I went to Hardin-Simmons University. I was in the Air Force, went to college, too. I went to college for one reason. It wasn't for an education. But anyway,
didn't even hear it.
Yeah. Anyway, so which gets me to my point. I see people that I don't know if they're still doing it, but people used to go to 4 years of college. What do you get a degree in? Arts.
Yeah.
Arts. Okay, does that
Yeah,
mean
that's
you're
a
gonna,
big one I've heard a lot about.
does that
is a
mean you're going to paint a house?
Liberal arts degree.
Okay, what do you do with
what the
that?
hell are you going to do with that?
You go paint a house, get watercolors. What the hell are you going to do with it?
I
got a
know.
degree in business. Okay, that might have a little more sustainable use.
Mm-hmm.
I got a degree in a bachelor's degree of science. Okay, I mean, are you going to split atoms? And if you do, how much does that pay? What are you going to do with it? What are these general degrees?
I mean, the general degrees cover, and that's the thing. They cover a wide array of things. I mean, I think the first couple of years of college is going to be more kind of like high school number 2.
Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants, the bachelor's degree of science, what do you do with it?
All right, so you've got a BS, which is
You
bachelor's
master's
of
degree,
science.
yes, right there.
But
I've heard it.
But I mean, below that, you have a whole lot of categories that they'll fall into. Like, for instance,
Give me a job. Guy just graduated a master's of science or a bachelor's degree of science. Where'd you work?
well, that's what I was getting at, jackass. My brother, bachelor's of science, he's got a nursing degree. So that's going to fall under science. So you can have specific degrees into that.
Oh.
But like,
But he had to go to nursing school to get that. Not a
correct. But I mean, it's still, he has a bachelor's of science.
Oh.
It's these steps. You know,
Oh.
if you would have stuck with it, you probably would have
I probably would have.
answered that question.
I don't know.
But the thing that kills me is how much it costs to go, and why is college so damn expensive?
Well, you got to pay professors, right, Professor?
Oh, buddy.
Huh?
I've
The
got
dean.
So much information.
And here's
today,
a
it's
question:
incredible.
How come it can't be called a Robert or a Jim? Why does he got to be called Dean? The Jim of college. Why you got to
'cause
call him the
he's
Dean of
smooth.
college? My name's Dean.
Start calling him Jimmy Dean.
Jimmy Dean, the sausage guy.
Because he's getting fat pigs right over here, man.
Now, but Professor Jared for this show is going to go ahead and tell us who's making money in college.
The college is making it. It was funny as they say, we don't have enough teachers, or we need more money, and then people will donate to an endowment.
Pardon me?
For the college.
What's endowment?
Oh, I'm going to get to that, brother. You're going to like
Dude,
this.
I didn't Google that. What's endowment?
All right,
'Cause I get text messages about that all the time.
They make it. They structure it to make it look like it's part of this charity thing. For because you heard the endowment of the arts.
Yeah.
When you hear the word endowment, think bank account.
Oh.
Think a big pot of money. that
The
they're gonna put money
endowment.
in. The endowment. It's the endowment of the arts. Oh, okay. So we just have this big bank account for art stuff. Yeah, basically. That's what
Okay,
it
makes
is.
sense.
Okay. But for colleges,
Yeah.
if you donate to their endowment,
Yeah.
tax-free.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm going to get into how much. So you've got private universities and you have public universities.
Yeah.
Okay? So public universities are subsidized by our tax dollars, John Q. tax dollars out there. Private universities, they run off of their own dime.
Endowment.
Kind of, not their own endowment, but they run off of tuition. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to that right now.
Educate us,
So
Professor.
Let's talk about some private universities. Some of the ones that you may have heard before.
Name one.
Let's talk Harvard.
Harvard University.
You've heard of Harvard?
Yes. Very, very smart people go to Harvard.
Yes.
They're not dummies, okay?
No, they are not dummies.
No, I respect Harvard.
It's actually
degree.
really difficult to get into Harvard.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's not like they just let anyone in.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, right now, if you had to guess, how many students do you think are currently enrolled in Harvard University?
1,000?
About 1,000, you figure?
Yeah.
Try 23,000 there, Chucko.
Whoa, really?
Yes, sir. And guess how much the annual tuition is for Harvard University?
How much, dude?
$51,904 a year.
Times how many?
22,947 students. That's a total of $1.2 billion a year.
Jeez.
And guess how much they pay in taxes?
Zero.
Zero.
And so
Zero.
where's all that money go to?
Goes into the college. So the average professor's salary
Yeah.
at Harvard University is $202,000 a year. That
Talk
is
about
a
the
total.
Chinese. It's
I got
China.
him from China. So, but it totals. It's about $400 million a year in professor salaries because
Okay.
they've got 2,400 professors.
Who's buying stogies with the leftovers?
The endowment.
The endowment. I get text messages about that.
Now, what's
Anyway.
funny? So we've got $51,000 a year for Harvard. We've got $57,000 a year for Yale.
All right.
Princeton's $52,000. Brown University's almost $60,000 a year. We've got Dartmouth at 57, Columbia at 60, Cornell 56, and University of Pennsylvania.
Dude,
60,000.
you missed the redneck school of dent pulling. That was $3,200 a year.
So, but I mean, no, these are Ivy League. I understand these are more expensive, but they're not that much higher than your average private university.
See, in redneck school of dent pulling, Ivory soap, same thing. All right.
I got out of high school and went into the UTI, figured out how to fix my motorcycle.
So, so what's funny is a lot of them are going to average at about 15 to 25,000 students per each one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we've got 3 on here, which is Princeton, Brown, and Dartmouth. They're below 10,000 each.
Yeah.
I believe the lowest one we've got is going to be Dartmouth at 6,300 students.
Can you
So
spell
that's
Dartmouth?
Dartmouth?
Yeah.
It's you throw a dart in the mouth. Dartmouth.
Oh, Dartmouth University.
That's what that tuition's going to
it's
feel like anyway.
Where you go to school? I go to school Dartmouth.
So out of the top, of the Ivy League, so we've got 8 Ivy League schools on the list. The total tuition collected in 1 year is $7.9 billion.
You know what's missing from that calculation?
What's that?
The money they make off the sporting events.
Not even. Guess what? Guess what?
That's got to be more than
Of
that.
the tuition for their total revenue for the universities, tuition is less than 30%.
Now you see, does he not get excited about this stuff?
This
I
is
think he
money.
needs to
This
get
is
a
huge
life.
money. This is crazy. So now we haven't even talked about the damn endowments.
Oh, the endowment.
Once again, endowment. Think checking account or savings account.
This is
just
not endowment money.
No, that's the tuition. So with endowments, now what does the endowment pay for? So if they want to build another wing onto the university,
Oh, you need a wing.
If they want to build a new stadium,
Oh, you need a stadium.
yeah.
Gotta have a stadium.
If you want to build a new library,
Who doesn't want a library?
You got to have the books, right? Okay, so just the Harvard University endowment alone, $40.9 billion.
Those poor people. How would they survive?
I don't know.
You know? Okay, so there's huge money in education. I don't want to bore people with money numbers. There's huge money in education. Here's my question to you, Bucky. All right? You spend all that money paying to this endowment, paying to this college. You walk out there and you got a medical degree. I applaud you because that is not easy, and you will help people the rest of your life, and you'll help yourself the rest of your life for that.
Yes. Now, don't get me wrong on any of this, because I know I'm bashing how much that they're charging. I mean, I'm a big supporter of education. I think education is important. And although, like you and I are both pretty conservative, I do believe that
I drink Long Branch. He drinks anything.
I'm actually a supporter of public colleges being like public high schools, to where you can go tuition free for a certain period of time, but for certain masters. I'm not masters.
Certain
I'm sorry.
degrees.
Certain degrees.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yes. So certain majors.
Yes, master.
Like once again, like the liberal arts degree, or like what was it? We had one that was one talk show host was talking about lesbian dance theory. But there's a lot of degrees out there that are just bullshit.
There are. I mean,
like, really, are you gonna have a wonderful career with a philosophy degree?
Okay, here's one. Political science degree. What does that do for you?
Well, if you want to get into politics, that's where you go.
What? Wait, so you can't run for office unless you got a political science degree?
But once again, remember how you said you don't need to get a business degree in order to run a business. But if you had a business degree, you're gonna know how to run that business even better.
I don't know about that.
I do, because I took a few classes in business.
I learned to run a business on my own.
But I don't believe that in order for you to go get that education, it should be.
Here's
that
a classic example. I see these advertisements on TV for you come to this crime scene school, and they teach you criminal justice and how to process a crime scene. I've never in my life been to a crime scene school. I went to Houston Police Academy, and I learned how to process a crime scene. Also, they perceive that if you graduate from there, you go work as a crime scene investigator. Bullshit. Your ass going to graduate from police academy. If you make it, number two, you will be on the streets for years because those positions go to people with seniority. And number four, someone has to die in that position for there to be an opening for you to get it.
Or retire.
Or retire. They fail to mention that in the crime scene school.
But what's funny is that's what I was kind of getting at, is you don't need college to learn certain trades and certain skills. Yeah. You can learn a lot of jobs, learn the skill on the job, or trade schools, vocational training, because you can learn to be a welder without going to college to be a welder.
Right.
So there's a lot of ways.
Hey, I'm all for vocational training. I love that stuff.
Yes, I think it's great.
Mechanics, all that stuff, especially the technical stuff with computers. Like you learned all this stuff.
Yeah.
I would never know how to do this stuff. What school? How did you learn all this stuff?
So with audio engineering, I went to school.
Audio engineering.
And it was really vocational training because it's only a 2-year degree.
Oh.
And I went to San Jacinto
Well, you look
College.
more educated than that.
Yeah, you'd think.
You appears more educated.
I read them books.
The ones
That
with the
helps.
pictures in it.
Yeah, like, could take up half the page, but then they got to print the real big letters on there. So I can sound it out. Brown one. So another problem with universities right now, which, you know what, I think it's time for...
It's time for a defunct commercial. We got carried away here. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Do not go away.
Hi, I just want to make a deposit.
You have your account number?
Right here.
Lean forward, please.
What is this?
It's our new customer tracking system. It has your account number and barcode. It speeds you right through the line.
Now what?
That line over there.
Feel like banks are getting a bit impersonal? Try Washington Mutual. We're building our bank around you because we never forget it's your money.
It's a holdup.
I hate it when these things don't scan.
Washington Mutual.
All right, welcome back to the Closing Table with the Money Guys. If they'd have took a good college degree, they wouldn't be a defunct commercial today.
Hey, just learn how to maneuver.
Maneuver, that's all you got to do.
Dodge the economy.
So take a left, take a right, or something like that. I don't know.
Talking about...
What are some things that someone that you think is very educated in their field discredits them?
I'm sorry, ask that one more time.
Well, okay, for example, I like college. Let me rephrase that question. I like college. I like the fact that go to college. You got to be very specific. Because I told my son, "You're going to college." He went and got a job to college, so he trumped me on that one. I said, "You're going to college."
I'm going to college.
All right, he goes.
You're even paying me for it.
He goes to work. He got me on that one. But my daughter's going to college. I mean, she's going to be a doctor. She's going to get knocking her stuff out right now at Lone Star College. She got a lot of grants. She got a lot of tuition assistance, all that stuff. So when someone goes through all that process, man, I applaud them. But when you come out, a lot of people you got to train. When you can't just come out and suddenly you're an expert, you got to spend years as an
Yeah,
apprentice.
because not only do you get the degree, but then you might have to do either an apprenticeship,
Yeah.
or you have to do an internship, or you have to get some experience.
What kind of degree do you need to come to work in real estate?
None. The degree from the School of Hard Knocks.
Exactly. Lose some money.
Now, I mean, is having a
When
degree...
I started real estate, my hairline was right here.
I mean, is having a degree going to help you? Probably. I mean, the more you know, the stronger you can be.
You know,
I'm not saying all this to tell people don't go to college.
Yeah.
But for one, when you go to college and you're picking your degree, make sure you pick something that's actually going to benefit you in the future. You know, if you want to go and get a literature degree because you like to read, I'm sorry, you're screwing yourself and you're wasting $50,000 to $100,000.
Well, a lot of your parents' money, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, I broke some of the costs down because one of the main problems with colleges that I'm seeing right now is student loan debt.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Student loan debt right now, nationwide, is sitting at $1.6 trillion.
Before Uncle Donnie exits on the 20th, he's going to waive everything. What's what I tell you?
I doubt it. Seriously, I doubt that.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't see
he's
that.
done, huh?
I don't know. Well, I mean, he's on his way out. Biden's on his way in. Is what it is. But as far as
good news.
as far as him erasing that debt, I don't see it.
Rumor has it that Uncle Donnie's going to go ahead and pardon Joe Bob on that chicken incident. Okay, that's what rumor has.
Right? I mean, I submitted my letter to him. Hey, you know what?
Joe Bob didn't mean it.
Well, I could use a few bucks. You want to throw some this way?
That's right.
Don't let it go to child support. But average tuition nationwide, and I know these are going to be averages, but public university right now,
how much?
Is $16,000 a year on average.
Wow.
You can have some that are less, you can have some that are more, but and that's also an average between in-state and out-of-state.
What do you think University of Houston is?
Well, if you're from Texas,
yeah,
because that's the one thing where they really get you. Because if you're coming in from out of state,
yeah,
since your parents were paying tax dollars in another state, they're charging you more.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is a little difference there.
Shouldn't you lie on that one?
You probably could.
Yeah.
So anyway, in-state, out-of-state. In-state, you're probably paying between $8,000 to $10,000 university fees.
Ah.
But anyway, it averages at $16,000 in a public university, and nationwide, we've got 14.5 million students enrolled in universities. That is a total of $232 billion in tuition being paid on an annual basis right now.
To some smart people.
Private universities, on average, nationwide, $46,000 per year.
Per person.
We've got, per person. We currently have 5.1 million students enrolled in private colleges. If you take the total number of tuition being paid to universities across the country, it's $471 billion. That's, I'm not kidding you.
You're boring me with this shit.
That's double Amazon's revenue.
Oh, okay. Now you got my attention. Uncle Jeffy?
Yes, more. Double.
Wow.
Double.
Well, I see
It's
Amazon.
huge.
China.
And you know what makes it even more lucrative?
The collusion.
They pay zero tax.
Hey, you know what?
None.
Think about this. Jeff, if you're listening, Amazon University. Amazon University.
Online, just like he does everything else. Oh, no joke. But so I just mentioned it's around $16,000 a year right now.
Yeah.
In 2000, it was $7,000 a year. In 1990, it was $4,000 a year. In 1980, it was $1,600 a year.
You can go through every year.
1975, it was $1,200 a year. But now we're looking at $16,000 a year. But why? Why? Because there's so much connection to politics.
Allura Financial University. And we get endowments.
Brought to you from China. So, yeah. And did I tell you the total amount that we have in the damn endowments?
No, but you're going to.
$140 billion.
Nice. Okay.
That's insane.
Just to get you an
That much
endowment.
money.
I get text messages about needing endowments all the time. I never hear that stuff. Anyway.
I'm not even going to go there towards that joke.
Yeah.
I'll let that one go.
Okay, then check this out. So the bottom line is it costs a lot of money to go to college, and guess what? It makes people a lot of money.
Yes. And
So who is the big paychecks go to at the colleges?
well, the endowment gets a lot. Now, the endowment
The
is
endowment's not a person, though.
neither is a business.
Well, who's getting the big? Who's flying the jet?
Is he ever going to let me explain this stuff? So the endowment has directors. Okay?
Yeah.
Here's where the corruption, here's where the fuckery
The
happens.
collusion.
So they have a board of directors.
Yeah.
Now, out of 10 board, I believe it was 10 board members or directors of the board, 8 were appointed by the governor of the state.
Ah.
One was from the student body. One was from the teaching staff.
Yes, governor.
8. It's 80% that were appointed by the governor.
Yeah.
Now those people pay into the when they campaign for election, they'll pay into their election campaign so they can become a board member. Now, why does it benefit them to become a board member?
Yeah, why?
Well, if they're going to build that new stadium, who do you think is going to get the contract to build said stadium? If they're going to build an additional wing, who do you think who's going to get?
Board member Joe's cousin Daddy.
Exactly.
Come on down. You're the next contestant on Build
Told
My
you
Boardroom.
There's fuckery afoot.
Fuckery.
Man, I'm telling you. But anyway, for those listening, man, find out what you really want to do. I mean, it's not an easy
I want to be a board member.
It's not easy for all of us to figure out what we want to do when we grow up. I mean, I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up.
You know, another thing I'll tell you, it sort of goes with this. I saw this thing. It's sort of. I saw this article thingy on fucking YouTube about how many people put they have a college degree that never even went to college because no one verifies anymore.
Yep, very true.
I got a degree in.
I think I did that once.
BS. You did it once?
I got a BS.
I got a BS? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are asking for it now. But I mean, what's funny is the companies who require a degree. Now, I understand in certain professions you have to have a degree.
Yeah,
If you want to be a nurse, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you actually might need to know what you're doing.
You might.
That's not one of those on-the-job training. Like, you don't want to go into surgery. It's like, well, I've been here 6 months.
Let me get to YouTube. All right, cut here.
So, like, years ago, I wanted to get into pharmaceutical sales.
Yeah.
And they loved me. Went through the interview process. They absolutely loved me. And I get down to the end. They're like, oh, well, you didn't put on here where you went to
Plus,
college.
you used the product.
Yeah. I went down to it, and they said, well, you didn't put on here what you got your degree in.
Yeah.
I said, I didn't.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we can't hire you. I said, well,
Really?
what degree do you require? They're like, oh, it could be anything.
So you have to have a degree in order to sell? Insane.
For a pharmaceutical company, yeah.
Yeah, well, that makes no sense.
Exactly. And there's so many companies out there that they don't care. You could have a degree in nose picking.
We're going to have a show about salespeople here one of these days.
I know,
because
right?
salespeople don't need a degree, and some salespeople are better with a degree because of their knowledge. I don't know. I have different opinions on that.
Yeah.
You know.
You want to cut to another one?
Yeah, let's do another defunct commercial. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Homeowners, want to refinance and get cash? Countrywide has a great reason to do it now. A no-cost refi. It has no points, no credit reporting fee, no processing fee, no document fee, and no third-party fees. No title or escrow fees. Absolutely no closing costs. So you wind up with a lot more cash. Call now and ask for a no-cost refi. We're America's #1 home loan lender, and no one can do what Countrywide can. Call 1-800-641-8323.
Boy, that was a defunctor. Hey, I want to talk about something. This show, the Closing Table with the Money Guys, is brought to you by Sidney Young, Jared Parrish, because we're the Money Guys, is also brought to you by Allura Financial, AlluraFinancial.com. Allura Financial, we're going to talk about it because we're going to do a little promo here. Go to Allura Financial. If you want to do a fix and flip, I can get you on fix and flip almost overnight. When I say that, I'm not joking. 2 days' time. If you have clear title, I can close you in 2 days' time. Dude, that is almost overnight.
Almost overnight.
Also, let's talk about those of you with distressed property out there. You're looking to sell your distressed property, get a hold of Allura Financial. We're cash. We put cash. We have what's the endowment? We got endowment money. Okay, we'll put cash in your pocket.
We don't have endowment money.
Well, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he needs to. But we'll put cash in your pocket. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So you have distressed property, we want to talk to you. Now, also, you can need private funding for your investment property to turn it into a long-term investment. Jared handles all our long-terms. He's 30-year man right there, right?
Finally made it to 30 years.
Tell them what you can do for them.
Now we've got we've got 5-1 arm, 7-1 arm, 10-1 arm. We got 30-year fixed. We've got rates right now starting around 5.5%. If you have good credit, bad credit, just give us a call. Let us see what we can do for you.
And that's another thing. On the fix and flips, you don't need credit. Very little documentation. Purchase agreement, rehab list, 2 months bank statements, and one-page loan app. Boom, I need your ID to close. I'll close you in 2 days' time. So, hey, Allura Financial, AlluraFinancial.com, 833-896-6639. We are the guys that are going to help you get your process moving in the real estate game.
That is right.
So, and also, not just Houston. I mean, our office is located here in downtown Houston, but we loan nationwide. Nationwide. This has been the Closing Table with the Money Guys. I'm Sidney Young.
And Jared Parrish.
We're the Money Guys. So we got your money.